Hey, welcome. We live so much of our lives online these days, and that digital world, it's supposed to bring us closer together, right? But what's interesting is it's also creating these new kind of weird side effects in our relationships. Side effects that can really blur the line between love and control, often before we even see it happening.
So, I want to start by asking you this. Just straight up, think about your digital life for a second. Your texts, your DMs, your social media. Does it feel like a place where you connect with your partner? Or is there maybe a little shadow of control hanging over it all? Let's unpack what that actually looks like.
And this is really the heart of the issue. Technology is amazing for staying in touch, right? A quick FaceTime, sharing funny memes, it builds a real bond. But that exact same technology can be flipped on its head and used to monitor, to demand, and honestly, to suffocate you. It's a super fine line. And today, we're going to figure out exactly where that line is.
All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to walk through 3 huge digital red flags. Then, we're going to get into what this kind of behavior really means. And to wrap it all up, we'll turn the focus back to you so you can think about what this all means in your own life. First up, let's talk about what I call the social media test. This is often one of the first places these little signs of digital control start popping up on platforms like Instagram or Facebook. The places that are supposed to be your personal space.
So what are we actually talking about here? Look, this isn't just a simple request, it's a demand. It's your partner telling you that you have to unfriend an old friend from high school, or they're questioning every single like or comment you make. It can even get to the point where they pressure you to just delete your accounts altogether, basically cutting you off. This isn't about them being concerned, it's about them wanting control.
And the tone here is a massive giveaway. Just listen to that language. It's not a conversation, is it? It's an ultimatum. When someone talks to you like this, they're sending a very clear message. And that message is, I do not trust you. It's them trying to control their own insecurity by making your world smaller.
Okay, let's move on to our second sign. And this one can feel really, really invasive. We're talking about the pressure to share photos or videos, and it's where that critical line between choosing to share something and being forced to gets totally blurred.
Look, sharing pictures is totally normal in relationships now, but it crosses over into a major red flag when your partner starts demanding certain types of photos, especially intimate ones that you're just not comfortable sending. And what's even worse is when you say no and they just ignore you, or they try to flip it and make you feel guilty about it. Your comfort should never, ever be up for debate.
And this really just hits the nail on the head. A partner who genuinely loves you, respects you, and trusts you, they don't need photo proof or anything like that to feel secure. This kind of demand isn't about love. It's about a need for validation, or let's be honest, it's about objectification. It's a sure sign that the balance in the relationship is way off.
Our third sign is the demand for constant proof of, everything. This is where a partner's insecurity just goes into complete overdrive, and they start needing you to constantly prove where you are and what you're doing.
A quick, hey, where are you text? That's normal. This is not that. This is straight up surveillance. It's the video call me right now and show me the room you're in. It's needing you to pan the camera around to prove that you're really with your family, or to prove that there are no other guys or girls there. This has nothing to do with connection. It's about completely destroying the foundation of trust.
And the way this is phrased is so telling. It's almost always framed as this little, tiny, reasonable request. Just show me. But it's pure manipulation. It's taking their deep-seated suspicion and dressing it up as a simple need for reassurance, which puts all the pressure on you to constantly prove you're innocent in a relationship that should be based on loyalty.
So, we've seen the signs, but the real question is, why does this stuff happen? What is actually going on underneath it all? Let's break down the fundamental difference between a relationship that's healthy and one that's controlling. Just take a look at this. On one side, you've got the building blocks of a healthy relationship. Trust, respect, understanding. It's about connection. Now look at the other side. The behaviors we just talked about, the monitoring, the proof, the suspicion, they all land squarely in that second column. That's not a dynamic of connection. It's a dynamic of possession.
And you know what? There's actually a name for this pattern of behavior. It's called digital abuse. It's not just a bad habit or them being insecure. It's the deliberate use of technology to control and exert power over a partner. And just being able to name it, that's a really powerful first step.
And at the end of the day, this is what it all boils down to. When someone acts like this, they're not treating you like an equal partner. They're treating you like something they own, something they think they have the right to manage, monitor, and control.
Okay, so we've laid out the red flags and the mindset behind them. Now let's turn all of this into a tool for you to help you really think about your own situation with some clarity.
I want you to take a real moment with these questions. You don't need an answer right this second, but let them sit with you.
How do these digital demands actually make you feel? Uncomfortable? Suffocated? And is your relationship really built on a foundation of trust, or is it a constant performance, a constant need to provide proof?
This quote just sums it all up perfectly, doesn't it? Your digital life, just like the rest of your life, should be a source of connection and fun, not a cage that makes you feel like you can't breathe. If the technology in your life is being used to box you in, that is a huge sign that something needs to change.
And that leaves us with this one last crucial question to think about. These behaviors can sometimes be disguised as care or concern, but you have to ask yourself, deep down, does this feel like love or does it feel like possession?